Welcome to Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly. This is primarily a drone show. We'll be sharing adventures from all over the world. We hope to have interesting guests every week, and we're glad that you tuned in tonight. We'll be flying different drones in different locations. We encourage viewer participation in the chat. If you have a question, don't be afraid to ask. Every week we'll have another interesting guest. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. We'll be sharing various adventures by our guests as well as myself. And thank you for joining us tonight. Hi, welcome everybody. Welcome to Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly Live. And it's Thursday night, and I tell you, I get so excited seeing everybody in the chat already. It really, really means so much to me. So I got to say thank you, really. It's such a relief to know some people are going to be watching it. But as you guys know, I have a great show scheduled. I have the Brown family, Paul Brown and his wife Ashley Brown and Paul Jr. and Benjamin. They're going to be special guests tonight. And I give Paul so much credit because he has his whole family involved with flying drones. And I think that's awesome. But anyway, they're in the back room. They're enjoying the shrimp and lobster back there, and I'll be bringing them in very shortly. But unfortunately, I guess you could say I got injured. I got a new ache and pain while I was out in California, and I ended up having to go to the doctor yesterday, and I thought it was arthritis. I have severe arthritis and spinal stenosis, and all sorts of other things. But I came back with a new pain, and it's my left knee. Not to bore you with the whole story, and I'm not going to. But I had to add that to the list. And yesterday they sent me for X-rays and blood work, and I should get the results in 2 or 3 weeks, and I got to go back. But anyway, I'm going to do the best I am, but I might be hobbling around as I always do at the South Florida Drone Meetup. But it's good to see everybody, and I got to say thank you again, really, for tuning in. And Jody, he was number one today, and it's always good to see Jody, Drone Shots, and I know Angel is right behind him, number 2. How you doing, Angel? Good to see you. And John Olson from Long Island, he's watching the show tonight. How you doing, John? Good to see you. And Steve Janess, he's watching up in Vermont. How you doing, Steve? And again, thank you for sponsoring our South Florida Drone Meetup. Your maple syrup is going to be a big hit, It was a big hit last year, and this year it's going to be a big hit again, along with the maple candy. So thank you, really. And we got Jason Crowder in the house, flying high in Florida. How you doing, Jason? And he's coming to the South Florida Drone Meetup. I don't know if you guys know that, but he's on the list. And we're all going to get to meet Jason. So looking forward to that. And let me see, I don't want to miss anybody. If I go too fast, Philip Koshat, the Shat Show. How you doing, Philip? Good to see you. And while I got you there, I might as well do the unboxing right here. I received another package from Philip, and I was going to do the video. But again, today I was really hurting. But let's open the box. Or the package, I should say. He sent another package. He already sent some SD cards that people are going to win as giveaway prizes at the South Florida Drone Meetup. But look what's in this one. We got charging cable. And I got to say thank you so much. Really, really, Philip. This means so much. So 4 lucky giveaway prizes are going to win them too at the South Florida Drone Meetup. But I tell you, it seems like just about every day, every other day, I'm receiving another package, and we really appreciate the support from everybody. We really do. Thank you, thank you all for sponsoring the South Florida Drone Meetup. Really, and for attending. That's the biggest thing is that you come. We all have a good time flying. But anyway, I know I saw Brian, Waypoint, New England. How you doing, Brian? Good to see you. And Bob Casey, he's in the house tonight. And as you guys know, Bob donates a beautiful custom-made wooden American flag, and we really appreciate that. So thank you, Bob, really. And I tell you, if I go too fast, I'm going to miss names. But there's Jim Anderson. How you doing? Good to see you, Jim. And oh man, look at this. The chat is just flying by. Michael Blades in the house. How you doing, Michael? And Mark White and David, AZ Drone Dude. And I probably missed some names because and I don't do it on purpose, believe me. We got Jeremy in the house tonight, some drone guy. And, while I'm talking about Jeremy, just to let you guys know, I'm wearing one of his custom made shirts that he made for the 5th annual South Florida Drone Meetup. And as you guys know, he created a new logo for the 5th annual South Florida Drone Meetup. And he's selling I should say, he's been giving it away, really. He's offering 100% discount right now on the merchandise. And if you go to, well, Jeremy, maybe you can put it in the chat, but he really stepped up big time. And I really got to say a big thank you to Jeremy for doing that with the merchandise. And it's all kind of merchandise, too. Just to let you know, I got a mug myself, and he's got other mugs that he sent us. And I tell you, go to it. sfdmshop.com. I'll try to type it in the chat. SF, and I'm no good at this stuff, especially when I'm trying to say hello to everybody. But go to that and see the different type of merchandise. But I got to say thank you to Jeremy. And just to let you guys know, right now the biggest prize that we have at the South Florida Drone Meetup is from Jeremy, and it's a DJI Air 3S. This is a giveaway prize. Some lucky giveaway prize winner is going to go home with that. Thanks to Jeremy. So really, Jeremy, from the bottom of my heart, we really appreciate it. Thank you. But anyway, let me see if I can mention a few more names, and then I got to bring in our special guests because I know they're all out of shrimp and lobster now. But anyway, it's good to see everybody. But I'll get back to the names in a minute. I'll try to keep an eye out as the people come in. But I would like you all to give a warm welcome to the Brown family. Paul Brown, Ashley Brown, Paul Jr., and Benjamin.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome. You're coming to us all the way from Massachusetts.
Yeah. Yep.
So how you guys doing tonight? Everything good?
Yeah, everything's good. I want to say, Jeremy, that's very nice what you're doing over there. I appreciate it. Yeah. Looking forward to seeing everybody at the South Florida Drone Meet.
Yeah. No, I tell you, Paul, you're going to be amazed. I'm so glad that you and your whole family are coming. Really, it means so much, and believe me, you will be very impressed with it. I think you're going to meet everybody, and it's amazing the people that have been coming to the South Florida Drone Meetup. Really.
Yeah, I wanted to go the last couple of years, just haven't been able to do it, but I've enjoyed watching the live stream. I think Uncle Bill was live streaming the whole event, and I was watching as you guys were. Jeff Norman was doing his editing presentation and everything like that. I'd love to be part of it. So yeah, I really am looking forward to it. And if anybody else is interested, I'm planning a trip to Miami at nighttime to get some footage of the Miami River over there in the building. So if anybody's interested, I might have room for one more in the vehicle. So let me know.
Yeah, Miami. That's a good spot to fly. That's for sure. You got those cruise ships down there,
Yeah.
and the the high rise buildings. You know, it's a little different than New Bedford, Massachusetts.
Well, I travel away from New Bedford usually when I go flying. Got a couple of nice areas around here to go fly at, but yeah, you got to travel about 10-15 minutes before you really start getting some good sights.
So anyway, I got to say thank you to Ashley and Paul Jr. and Benjamin for being on tonight. You know, it means a lot to me. So thank you guys for being on.
You're
But
welcome.
I got to ask Ashley, how long have you been flying now? And is Paul? Tell us, is Paul a good instructor?
Oh, he's the best instructor of them all. Um, I've been flying for, I think it was a couple months after he started flying that I started getting into it. I'm like, oh, this is so cool. This is a great hobby. And it's also good therapy too.
Exactly. I know, and you picked it up quick. You really learned drone flying very quickly, and you know, I was impressed with that. Really.
Well, thank you. I had a good instructor.
She was so afraid
Yeah.
too, even for a while after first, even after flying a bunch of times, she was so nervous. She was so nervous that she was going to crash the drone. And I'm like, well, if you crash it, it's insured. You got nothing to worry about. Have some fun, If you're worried about
Exactly.
crashing, keep it up at a certain level where you won't have anything to hit.
Right. Right. But no, I think it's awesome. I really do. I mean, I'm just not saying it because you're on the show too. You
Yeah.
know
And
that actually. I mention it in the comments all the time. But actually, what drone are you flying these days?
I fly the Air 2S predominantly because I really don't want to break my man's drones. So I pretty much stay away from the Avata 1, the Avata 2 and the Mavic 3.
Very, very
I
cool.
love the
Very,
Air 2S.
very cool. All right, let's move on to Paul Jr. How you doing, Paul?
I'm pretty good.
Thank you for being on the show tonight. You know, and I'm so glad that you're involved with this hobby of drone flying. And your dad taught you also, right?
Yeah, and I also learned from the test of
And
the
how long have you been flying? When did you start drone flying?
year after you guys, right? It's like a year after, right?
Actually, I think you flew the Mini 2 shortly after I got it. You didn't fly the Contixo. But an interesting thing is when I took my trust test, we all took it. We all took it together as a family. Yeah, so
Nice.
we all got it. Yep.
That's great. Really, really. And what are you primarily flying, Paul Jr. these days?
There to us. Well, I don't
Air
really fly.
to us also. Yeah. Okay. That's a great drone. It really is. I should have had it here. That way I could show it, but I
Wait, you
have
don't
it
have
back
your
there.
drone nearby? Well, you got your
I
Mavic
know. I
over
used
there.
to always have it on one of my tables over here next to my desk, but I ran out of room with all these prizes and everything. So, but anyway, no, that's great that you're flying, Paul Jr., and you're
Yeah.
part of our drone community.
Yeah.
Really.
And Bob Casey had a question. He says, "What does Paul Jr. like to fly? Camera drone or FPV?" Everybody in the house but me has flown camera drones. None of them have flown FPV yet. I think Paul Jr. is interested in it. But I think that if you're going to teach your kids how to fly an FPV drone, that they should probably hit a simulator for a while first. That's the same thing I did. I understood the mechanics of the controls because I understood, like, I played Ace Combat where I used the analog stick. So the controls were similar to that. But I definitely think a simulator is the best idea to start with.
Yeah. No. No. I mean, I keep saying maybe I'll start FPV flying, but it hasn't got me yet. You know, I've tried it a couple of times. Different guys let me fly their Avatas, you know, but I flew them like camera drones, really. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, let's move on to Benjamin. Benjamin, you've been flying for quite a while now, right, Benjamin? And you learned it from your dad also, correct? So what drones do you like flying the best?
Hers and his.
He-
Mom's and dad's.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Yeah, that's the right answer. Any drone I can fly. That's the proper answer.
Right, exactly, you know.
So
But I
yeah, there's actually a
go ahead.
family dynamic here. Junior doesn't like to fly as much. He still does occasionally, but he likes to play visual observer. So that's kind of important when you're flying FPV. You're supposed to have a visual observer, and where I'm flying at, sometimes there's a lot of people show up. So it's important to know your surroundings. So it's always nice because when I'm flying, I have multiple visual observers. Ben can't technically be one, but he's also an additional set of eyes in the area too. So just good practice. And might as well, you have a family, you might as well fly together and make it an event.
I really think visual observers are so important. I really do. You know me, or from my videos, that I fly a lot with other people. Other drone pilots usually. Every once in a while, I'll fly by myself, but I enjoy flying with the other drone pilots.
Yeah. We have a lurker in the chat, by the way.
Oh, is Barkley in the chat?
Yeah, I see Barkley.
Hey, Barkley, how you doing? All right, okay. I'm sorry, I'm not saying hello to everybody as you're coming in. I apologize.
That's okay. I'm watching for questions for you.
All right, good. I'm glad to hear that.
It's funny. I usually spend my time during your show watching the chat for questions too. when I'm watching, just when you have another guest on.
Well, I know you helped me out quite a bit on many live streams where I missed the questions and you helped me out, especially at the end when we do the contest.
Yeah,
I always mess up the number and call it wrong 90% of the time. But anyway, speaking of the contest, we're going to actually pick the winner for January later in the show.
Yeah.
But that's for that $10 Amazon gift card. But anyway, it's all about having fun. But anyway, we got Dusty, East Coast Thrills. He's in the chat now. How you doing, Dusty? Yeah. Dusty's coming to the South Florida Drone Meetup. So you'll get to meet him, Paul.
Yeah, I said the plan is we were going to rent a van and we were going to go find a place down there to camp. But I'm thinking about it, and I was thinking about it, and I decided, you know what, we're going to rent a SUV, and we're going to go down there, and we're going to stay at the hotel. So we reserved the room at the hotel, the Hampton Suites.
That was good that you were able to get the room still at that rate. Yeah.
Yeah, we got 2 nights for like $300. I mean, you can't go wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good because eventually I know they're going to run out. I keep saying it just about every live stream. But if you haven't booked your room at the official hotel, which is the Hampton Inn and Suites, do it because April 5th will be here before you know it. But anyway, I think everybody in the chat knows about the 5th annual South Florida Drone Meetup. It's April 4th, really to the 7th, because it's a full weekend. We have the meet and greet on Friday night at Sticks Billiard Club, which is also attached to Stewart Bowl, and that's always a good time. Bill Ronayne, I take my hat off to him because he's the one that's responsible for getting that sponsorship where they allow us to use that as the meet and greet. They give us 4 billiard tables to use, and people that don't even play pool, and we have such a good time, really.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody actually bowled, but we get a discount on the bowling if you want to do that also, which is great. Thanks to Bill. I know that 2 years ago, quite a few guys went over and bowled a few games during the meet and greet. But again, it's all about having a good time and having some fun, But the big thing is, our meetup is free and we have loads of giveaway prizes. I'm just showing one right now. And this one is from John, Connecticut Pirate. He donated a Neo. So, but I could spend the whole hour talking about the giveaway prizes.
It's amazing that he got a drone over here.
But let's talk about your prizes, Paul, your sponsorship, Paul, because you're donating the pens again. Only tell us about them.
Okay, so I was thinking, I had mentioned a few months ago that I was going to donate the pens again, but I was going to do multicolored ones. But the multicolored ones have a lot of pink and orange and colors that I don't think are going to be very popular. So I said, I'm going to keep it simple. So instead of going with the black ones, I went with the white ones this year. I got white ones and I got new boxes. Got the box over there.
Very
Yeah, I
nice.
got some coffin style boxes for them. The boxes came in today, actually. The pens are not here yet. They're on the way. But I got the pen boxes right here. These are some pretty fancy coffin style boxes for them.
Yeah,
So,
very, very nice. So we got to say thank you to the Brown family for sponsoring our South Florida drone meetup.
Bye.
Really. Yes.
Benjamin's going to take off to the other room. Don't mind him. He's feeling
Okay,
under the weather.
Ben,
He's
you
sick
feel
today.
better, okay, buddy? Thank you for being on.
You're welcome.
I'm looking forward to flying with you. You probably didn't hear me.
I'm looking forward to seeing all the drones. I'm sure he did. My speakers are pretty good. I'm looking forward to all the drones up in the air together at the same time.
Yeah. That's always exciting, to say the least. Nerve-wracking too.
Well, we have 4 of them that we can put up at the same time. We'll have 4 pilots, 4 drones up in the air.
Yeah. And we really never had an issue, where we lost any drones during that little event. But hopefully we'll break the 28 drones. That's what we had last year. And if we can get 29 or 30, we broke the record. So that'll be fun. But I think we're going to do even more than that.
Yeah.
So, but, and then again, if anybody has any questions for Paul or Ashley or Paul Jr., put them in
Michael.
the chat.
Yeah, Michael's got a point here. He says, we know he spotted the bat signal out the window. I'm on to you, Ben Brown.
Oh, yeah, there it is. I see the.
Yep.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. So, but anyway. All right.
I also have some coffee mugs going down there. I know you donated one, and
Yeah,
I
you had
believe
said.
Gary Brant Ariels donated one that he won for me. So I got a bunch of them I'm bringing down with me too. Those are going to go in there. So there'll be a few
Well,
of
that's
those.
so nice. That is. People
No, I do
love.
not need. Yeah, Barkley says I need an Eagles hat. No, I don't. Listen, Barkley. If my Patriots are not going to the Super Bowl, I'm going to root for the AFC just on general principle, because that would be my next home team. I'll stick with the AFC. Yeah.
Well, I gotta say, I was, and again, we don't want to talk football, but we can mention a little bit. I really wanted the Eagles to win. I was rooting for the Eagles.
Yeah. I knew they were thirsty
glad.
after 2 years ago. 2 years is not a long time. They wanted some payback.
Well, I'm a Patriots fan myself. You know that, Paul.
Yep.
Past few years they haven't been doing that well, but I really am an avid Patriots fan. I got my hat in the closet, and I root for them along with the Bucks now, Tampa Bay Bucks. So
yeah, I say it all the time now. I cannot be mad at us losing. I just can't. They gave us so many wins over the years. I mean, I was just becoming an adult when September 11th happened. When September 11th happened, I was really just becoming an adult, and the way the world came together, and then the Patriots winning the Super Bowl, it just felt like it was meant to be. And then no one, 6th-round draft pick, and then Tom Brady goes to be the GOAT, arguably the GOAT. Whoever wants to say whatever they want to say, go ahead. But yeah, so it was always fun being in New England. So the fact that we're losing now just doesn't bother me. I got enough wins to feel comfortable,
Yeah, they'll come back though. There's no doubt about it. I don't know if you see it, Ronnie. God bless America, saying hello to you, Ashley.
Hey.
Yep. So hey, Ronnie, how you doing? Good to see you. And while Ronnie, I'm talking about Ronnie. He donates one of his beautiful custom-made wooden Betsy Ross American flags. So thank you so much for that, Ronnie.
He does an incredible job on that. I can imagine the time it takes him to put that together.
I know.
4, Bob. Bob asked me how many drones I have. We have 4. I got the Mavic 3
Oh, there it
Classic, the DJI FPV, the DJI Avata, and the Air 2S. Sorry, the Avata 2, the Air 2S. Yeah.
That's a nice fleet of drones. It really is. You know.
Yeah.
Now, which is your favorite drone, Paul?
All right. Well, there's 2 categories here. The most fun to fly is the DJI FPV. That thing is just the speed, the adrenaline I feel from it is something else on a whole other level. But if I had to pick one drone to keep with me, it would be my Mavic 3 Classic.
Yep.
There's
Okay.
something special. There's something. It sounds crazy, but when you're a passionate pilot, there's something special about having that drone, the way it flies in the air, and when you make your approach to land, you don't want to land, and when you do, you land it in your hand. You just there's something there. It's a relationship, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Dusty mentions the shirt. This is my stream shirt from now on. I had Justin Droner Gaming always giving me junk about my collars on my shirt. So I went out and I got a nice stream shirt. So now anytime you see me on a stream, I'm going to wear this shirt. No, I don't wear it every day. This is just strictly meant for live streams.
Yeah, I think it's cool that you do that. I really do. You know, but well, you know, my favorite drone is my Mavic 3 too.
Yeah.
You know, and right behind it is my Air 2S. I love that drone, and I don't fly it near as enough. I should fly it more.
I know that it's easy. It's easy for people to get caught up when they're coming out with new drones all the time. You know, DJI releasing a new drone or 2 every year, and you get caught up in the hype. You want to fly it, but you know, when you got drones that fly like the Air 2S and the Mavic 3, even the Avata 2, I love it. Even crashing it, I love it. There's so much fun to be had even crashing into something. I can't, you know, it's just fly what you have and enjoy it, and don't, you know, just because, you know, new drones are expensive and you don't necessarily need them to be happy. The drones you have should make you happy, and if they don't, then maybe upgrade.
Yeah, yeah. But you would say you like flying camera drones more or FPV?
I like both because we talked about this before the show. We talked about this before the show. My creative process of mixing the drone footage, the FPV with the GPS drone. So I got into that style early on. I wanted to make drone videos. The Contixo I had was garbage. And then I was hearing the music. And when I was hearing the music, I was actually seeing a drone shot or a view in my head during the music. And that kind of started the process. I've always been creative my entire life, but to get in with the editor and start just trying to get these things out. And then when I was doing just GPS drone, I was watching a lot of FPV stuff. And when I was listening to music and the crescendo and the music happened or the music changed its tempo, I'm like, man, I wish I had a FPV drone, because this would be a perfect spot to switch into something dynamic and exciting. And that's kind of how Dancing in the Sky was born, was just
well, I know I really enjoyed your videos when you incorporated both. You incorporated camera drone footage and FPV drone footage. I really, really think that is so awesome that you do that. But anyway, Ronnie, yes, the Brown family they are coming to the South Florida drone meetup. Yes. So we're all going to get to meet them all. So but anyway, yeah, we got Bob in the house, Uncle Bob, I should say, drone flying with Uncle Bob. Good to see you.
How you doing,
and
Uncle
I
Bob?
tell you, Bob, I was so glad you found your Mavic 3, man. I don't know, Paul, did you hear about his Mavic 3?
No, I didn't.
He was flying in the mountains in California around his home, I guess you could say. I don't think it was that far away from his home. And he lost connection, and it went down in the mountains. And he went and looked for it, and he couldn't find it. And he had other people try to help him find it. It was in the mountains for a month or thereabouts. Right, Bob? And they finally found it. And it just made a soft landing, I guess, because there was no damage to it. There was no damage at all, and he was able to fly it again. So I think that's cool, Bob, really.
Yeah.
So...
yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing everybody there also. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go, Paul. You need a Barkley jersey.
Mm.
So anyway, all right. I think now it's time to show one of your videos, and I'm going to show Ashley's first, if you don't mind,
Ah, do your thing.
because I think it's so cool that you're flying, Ashley. I really do. So, um, and you do a lot of short videos, right, Ashley? You want to narrate? You can.
Sure. I usually fly my Air 2S to make these shorts.
All right. Let me see. There we go.
She gets nervous when she publicly speaks, but she does a great job, so she got nothing to be nervous about.
There we go.
She likes to fly and she
There
likes
it
to be
is.
short. She likes
Okay.
hyperlapses. Ah, TJ's in the house. How you doing, TJ?
Hi, TJ.
All right. So it should be playing. Is it playing yet?
Yeah. I just got this because the sky was just perfect and the sun was peering through. It looked really good, so I took a shot.
Well, Newport has got to be such a cool place to fly, really. You know, really. Very, very cool.
Thank you, Ray.
All right. And if you guys are not subscribed to Ashley, please subscribe to her channel. You know, it's Ashley. Ashley, you want to tell everybody what your channel name is? I know
It's actually at USDS Ashley, spelled ASHLEIGH.
All right.
It says Ashley Brown is the name.
All right. Yeah, Paul, you can type it in there. Yeah, there you go. So,
All right.
yep. I tell you, I don't know how you do it, Paul. I mean, you are right on top of everything. As you're doing a live stream, you can type. You know, you could search on a computer. And,
Yeah,
type
it's
in
I'm a
comment.
multitasker. I'm a multitasker. I've been that way. I have some mental health conditions, and one of them is obsessive compulsive disorder. And I obsess over things in my head. So in the process, I multitask. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can
Okay,
agree to this
cool.
one, Bob.
That's cool. And totally agree, Bob. You know, you got your wife hooked on drones too. So I think
You
that's
know what?
great.
And he's got something on that he's done that I have on my drone bucket list. I was
What's
talking
that?
about it during my show on Sunday. I was asking everybody there, what is something that's on your drone bucket list? And he flew, what was it, the Parthenon, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Yeah, I remember that video.
That was incredible. One of the most incredible things I've seen. That place was gorgeous. I'd love to fly there. So that's definitely drone bucket list. I always say, I was talking about, when I say drone bucket list, I mention places that I want to fly. Doesn't necessarily mean you can fly. It's just like the Grand Canyon. We know we can't fly there, but that would be a place that would be on my drone bucket list. I would love to fly at the Grand Canyon, you know?
Oh, there's so many places, really, you know, really.
But when I go to Florida, I'm going to send my Avata 2 up that Miami River. Oh, I'm so looking forward to that.
Yeah. You're not looking forward to flying at the Jupiter Lighthouse?
Oh, I will. I'm going to
Yeah.
try to get around as much as I can. I'm going to bring, I think, an external drive so I can back up all my footage while I'm there, because I want to come home and make a few videos with it. But we're limited to the amount of time we have there. So, I want to meet and greet with everybody and do some events. And then I want to start hitting around the different areas in Florida, because just west of where we're at, they have a big marshland I want to check out. Golf. I've already been Google Earth in that whole area. I got like a list of places I want to visit.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I know a few guys come into town early, and they give, usually have a mini meetup, at the Jupiter Lighthouse, Du Bois Park. And I'm sure they'll be doing that again this year. Hey, we got Michael. How you doing, Michael? Good to see you. I'm sorry if I'm not keeping up with the people as they come in. And Cool Cat, did I say hello to Cool Cat? And TJ, I didn't specifically say hello to TJ, and I flew with TJ this morning. So, how you doing, TJ?
Oh yeah. And hiking flies in the house too. How you doing?
Yeah. But Andrew, how you doing?
Hey, we were talking
Um,
about the South Florida drone meet, right? And so the itinerary is you guys have your initial meet and greet on is it on the 4th, right?
yes, Friday night at Sticks Billiard Club, 5 to 8 o'clock at night. Yes.
Okay.
So if you can, definitely try to make that. That's always a good time, you know.
Yeah.
And then we have our main day of flying on Saturday. And then we have a second day of flying on Sunday over on Hutchinson Island along the beach, the ocean beach.
Yeah.
And that's a shorter day. It's like 10 to 1 type of thing, or some people stay later. But it's a whole weekend event, really.
Yeah.
And I know you're leaving on Sunday, but we have that fishing trip on Monday morning also
Yeah.
for people who want to go fishing. So
Oh, the fishing trip sounds like fun, but it's very expensive.
yeah, yeah. But again, it's a long half. They call it a half day trip, but it's more than half. It's 7 o'clock to 1 p.m. if I remember right.
Yeah.
And everybody catches fish. Everybody
Yeah.
does really.
Yeah.
So
When I was younger, I used to go to Captain John's, which is over in Plymouth. We take off from Plymouth Harbor and we go do deep sea fishing trips, and it was a lot of fun.
yeah, Paul. Bob will be flying the cruise ships down there with Alex again this year. Actually, Bob and Audrey organized a pre-South Florida drone meetup cruise. I'm sure you're familiar with and they're leaving from Puerto Rico prior to our fuse. Like 10, 11 days, Bob, if I remember right.
Yeah.
And they got quite a few going on it.
Are we
But
going to
it's,
have any Jackrabbits flyers there, the drone community flyers?
he hasn't really committed yet. And I hate to put people on the spot. But if I know Scott, he'll probably have some. But he usually adds a few more people to the poster.
Yeah.
That's what he's been doing, and so we'll see. But it's such a cool poster.
We should take
I
one of the
have I
posters.
just happen to have it right here.
Yeah, listen, we should take one of those posters and have everybody who's on there at the South Florida Drone Meet sign it. We'll put it in a frame and give it to Scotty as a thank you for making them every year.
Yeah. There's no doubt about it. But
Yeah.
he makes the big ones too, right? You know that he puts them on the plastic board. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
3 feet,
Yeah.
2 feet by 3 feet, and but anyway, I'm gonna have to ask Scott if he's gonna do it again this year.
Yeah, I
It's a
see
big
Bob
commitment,
talking about Miami and there also. Yeah, so anybody who's looking to go to Miami during, I want to go at nighttime because I want footage at night of the city. I think it's gonna look incredible. So if anyone's interested, let me know. I might have room for one more to bring with me in the vehicle, but I'd like to get anybody who want to go would be cool. Want to go there? Hopefully the sky is clear and we get a good night to go out there.
Yeah. Well, there's no doubt you'll have a good time flying down there. No doubt about it. Yeah.
Awesome.
So,
TJ's in.
Yep. Yeah. Very good. So, Paul, are you excited? Paul Jr., that is. Are you excited about coming to the South Florida Drone Meetup?
Yeah.
What are you most excited about?
The weather. I'm ready for heat.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. The
It's
weather
okay
is-
to say girls,
Yeah. Yep. You're gonna love it. You really are. Have you
No,
did
he's
any
right.
research? Have you checked out the beach and everything in the area? It's really nice.
He does that.
Jensen Beach and Hutchinson Island is really a nice area.
Yeah.
You're gonna love it, Paul Jr. And Ashley, I know you're gonna love it.
Oh yeah, I love Florida. I've been there a few times myself.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What areas? Where were you?
Clearwater and Orlando.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yep. Hey, we got Chris Hope in the house. How you doing, Chris? Good to see you.
Yeah, Ben was here, but he's not feeling well. He's kind of sick, so he's in the other room. But yeah, he's excited to go too.
Yeah. All right. So I'm trying to keep up with these. All right. Let me see if I can bring up another one of your videos.
Oh yeah.
And
Which video you
you can
showing?
narrate over it, Paul. Do you want to talk about this one about the church? You had
Sure.
put up a video on the Unitarian Memorial Church.
Yeah, so there's actually a bridge nearby that we travel over quite often, and I can see the peak of this building in the distance, and I'm like, what is that? So finally, one day I looked on Google Earth and I went and found it, and took a trip out there and just decided to go capture this. What a beautiful building! The architecture is incredible.
That is a beautiful, beautiful church, really.
So I like to use spotlight feature with my drone a lot. And that's where, as I'm in video mode, I draw a box over my target and I allow the drone camera to track it on its own. And when I do that, that allows me to move in dynamic ways and get these certain looks, the pull away while either increasing height or lowering it. So, utilize the tools you have when you're flying. I know a lot of people say, oh, fly, do it yourself. But you have tools there to make things really nice, get it just the way you want it.
Yeah. Really, really cool.
Can't wait, Flying Eye.
And that's right in New Bedford?
Well, nearby in Fairhaven, it's close by. New Bedford's on the other side of the bridge.
Okay.
It's actually a bridge that moves out of the way. It's a moving bridge for boats.
Very, very cool. Very cool. Probably
This gentleman spent
No.
69 years
See
wearing
that?
wrong pants that
Wrong
restricted him,
we don't
but
need
now he
this.
met Sleek Comfy.
Yeah, he needs the right pants.
All right. So okay. All right, there it is now. Okay. Back on track now. So if anybody has any questions, again, put them in the chat. Paul will keep an eye out. But Paul, I do the tip of the week, and you had suggested a tip this week. So do you have a tip of the week for the viewers?
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure how much it's overlooked or not, but calibrate your drone. That's important. And the reason why I bring that up now is I'm thinking about the trip to Florida. I'm in Massachusetts, and I'm going to be traveling, over 1,000 miles. So it's, kind of important to calibrate, especially your compass, because you can run into a lot of issues with your GPS if you don't calibrate it properly. So, just make sure you calibrate your drones, especially if you're traveling. That's super important. Because the polarity is different depending on where you are on the Earth. So super important.
That's very, very important. I usually don't do it unless they ask me to do it, and so far I've been very lucky. But Rob Kamada, as you know, he flew in Port Jefferson right after a few months after he came back from the South Florida drone meetup, and he swears that's why he lost connection and the drone went haywire on him, and it returned to home, went in ATTI mode, and unfortunately he lost his drone. So, but that's a great tip, Paul. Really.
Hey, is there word that Warren's going to South Florida drone meetup this year?
Well, yeah, we're going to be looking for Warren, that's for sure. So, Warren, we really want you to come. So,
no pressure.
Yeah, I know. So, but anyway, it's like a big family. It really is. We all get together and just have a good time.
Yeah.
And again, you think it's all about flying drones, but it's not. It's about socializing and talking with the other pilots. And if you haven't met them, you're meeting these new pilots from all over the world. Really, we got pilots coming from the UK again. They're coming back. So Steve Gardner and his wife Haley are coming.
Yeah.
So
I'm
And I'm
actually a
looking-
little anxious too to go there because I get anxiety when I get around big groups of people. So,
oh,
it'll-
you're gonna
it'll be
fit
fun.
right in. There's
but yeah,
nothing-
we're all drone pilots, and I'm looking forward to meeting so many people. I don't think it'll be as difficult. But normally, like when I go out somewhere and there's a lot of people, I get riddled with anxiety. So
You know, I think a lot of people, most people, get a little nervous, Paul. Really, I know I do. You know, um, especially people you don't know. You know, but we have a great drone community. There's no doubt about it. Every once in a while, you got some controversy, but you know, I know all these great guys have helped me over the years, and I got to say thank you to them. Really, hey, we got Bud Beaver in the house. How you doing, Bud?
I have to say too, normally when people are doing a get together, they're always like before the event, they want to go on a diet and get all look good. Listen, I'm fat and I'm probably going to eat something that's not the healthiest for me. Get over it. Join me and come join the dark side. Okay. We'll have lunch. We'll have something completely unhealthy and then go out and fly drones. Just deal with it. Okay. If you don't want your donut, I'll have it. Okay.
There you go. Okay, yeah. No, it's all about having a good time, and we do
Yeah.
have a good time. You know, and I got to say, it's so cool that Uncle Bill Ronayne, he streams it, live streams the whole thing, just about from start to finish.
Yeah, I appreciate that he does that because I would have missed out. I sat there and watched it for I was editing and doing stuff for the show, so I had the thing running the whole time. Yeah.
Hey, we got Steve Jones in the house. How you doing, Steve? Good to see you. And Steve's coming to the South Florida drone meetup. So hopefully nothing comes up and you got to cancel, Steve. We're all looking forward to. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you again, and I know everybody wants to meet you and your wife if she's coming with you. So I think we're gonna have a lot more female pilots and partners there this year too. I really do. I mean, I got quite a few on the list, you know, and that's good. It really is. We've been
Bud's
saying
in the
it
house.
every year that we want more female pilots to come. So I am so glad you're coming, Ashley. Really.
Benjamin's in the other room. He's not feeling so well. He's a little sick today, so he went to the other room.
My Uncle Bud.
Hey, Benjamin,
Yeah.
Mikey's in here. He wants you to come flex your muscle and come show your muscles off.
That's right. We want to see them.
Jeremy. Listen, honestly, Jeremy, I'll take you out to lunch. I appreciate what you're doing with your with the shop. That's incredible, really. Yeah, there you go.
Oh man, look at those big muscles. That is a big muscle. That's bigger than my muscle. That's bigger than my muscle.
Hey, Ben, what's your favorite? What are you looking forward to the most in Florida?
Making new friends.
Oh, making some new friends. That's a good answer.
Yeah, it is. That's good. We're all looking forward to meeting you and flying with you, Ben.
Good thing he's sick
Jason
now.
Crowder
Get it out of the way.
says his lady will be flying with us. I know. She's a drone pilot. That's great, Jason. It is. Yeah. No, it's going to be a good time. No doubt about it. And I think we're down to 51 days. I checked it 2 days ago. It was 53, so I guess it's 51 now. So
Yeah, I can't wait. She was excited. She had the same thing when we went to New York. She didn't like, she knew it was happening, but she didn't really like realize it until we booked the hotel. Once the hotel was booked, then she was like, "It's real. It's happening. We're going." So we booked the hotel and we booked the rental for the vehicle, so we are ready to go. Yeah,
that's
excited.
good. That's good. And don't forget to drive down. Don't forget to stop at south of the border and fly Pedro.
Yeah,
I'm
not
sure you
gonna
have
fly
it on your list.
Yeah, I'm not flying into Pedro's crotch though. My buddy
I know,
Chris
I
did that
know.
when he went down there 2 years ago.
I
Yeah,
remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was for the better though because he ended up getting an upgrade. There was the Mini SE, I think, that he crashed in the Pedro, and he ended up getting the Mini 2 after.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah, I know. but I do enjoy flying at south of the border. Just a quick flight, up and do an orbit, partial orbit. I haven't done a full orbit yet, but around the Sombrero Tower. But it's
Ray, you ever
definitely
mess around with Spotlight?
spotlight. No, no.
You should try it out. It's a lot of fun, especially with the Mavic 3. The way, just the characteristics, the way it flies, I just love it. It's just smooth. It's like riding a Buick Park Avenue. You remember the 1980 Park Ave?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
It's like, when you ride in that thing, it's one of the ones that we have. The shocks are not stiff, but when you ride, you feel like you're on a smooth, comfortable, pillow of air. That's what flying the Mavic 3 is like. It's like driving a Buick Park Ave.
Yeah, yeah. I got to start using the quick shots more. I really got to use them. I don't use them. I just, not that I guess you could say I forget sometimes, and I just enjoy flying manually. I do. But Jason, he flew Pedro. Yeah, on a trip to Maine. So.
Yeah. See, I like the master shots and the quick shots too, but I can't stand them because after all this time, even on the Mavic 3, especially with the master shot, every time it's got that look where the drone camera's looking straight down and it comes forward and pans up and then zooms in. Every time it zooms, it stutters. Every time.
Really?
Yeah. Never smooth.
See, now I never noticed it. Not that I use the master shots a lot, but it does give a cool effect. That's for sure.
Yeah, and I know you said you don't use the master shots a lot, and I really don't either. But I always suggest that if you're going out and you're going to make a video, take a master shot of certain areas or targets, even if you don't plan on using them, because you never know when you could use a quick, 5-second clip from that master shot. It does a bunch of different shots. You might be able to have a 3 or 5 second clip in there that you can add to your video to fill a spot. And it's only going to take up a little bit of space on your SD card. So throw a couple of them in there. You never know. You might decide you want to use one of the clips.
You're absolutely right. No doubt about it. That's true. You can never have too much footage.
Yeah. Well, when you put a clip in your video, you don't always want to have the same clip. You don't just want your gimbal facing forward, at the same level. You want to try to mix it up if you're trying to captivate, the people watching your videos. And in the drone community, it's hard. It's hard to get your videos out there. We have such a tight-knit community that I think YouTube just kind of keeps those videos in the community.
Wow. Yeah. It's funny, not funny, but I posted this morning's Facebook post, and I made a mistake, and I put it in a SpaceX launch site. And you wouldn't believe all the good comments I got. I did it by mistake, but people accepted it. I thought I was going to get in trouble and they were going to remove it, And it wasn't that SpaceX flight that I did. It was this morning's Facebook post of our little meetup in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
But anyway, I got to do the contest giveaway right now, Paul. So we'll start off with picking the winner for January. The names are in the hat. I won't look. I'll just reach in and let's see what name comes out. If you remember who got it on January 2nd, it was number 13. Anybody remember who it was? Jason Crowder. So, Jason, congratulations. You're going to get the $10 Amazon gift card for January. So, congratulations. And,
nice giveaway, Ray. Thank you. Hey, I have to ask you, how do you manage to organize all the donation stuff for the South Florida Drone Meet? You got a lot of it. It must be a...
Well, yeah, I label it as it comes in, I put a little Post-it note on it if they don't have their own personal stickers, But and then I keep them in the corner. They're all under my desk right here, and I have a very small condo here, and it's taking up quite a bit of the bedroom here. So
yeah,
But and I got to give credit where credit's due. And Johnny and Al uh, and Brad. Brad helps too with the giveaways that day. They more or less organize it on the table because I'll bring the stuff and Al will help me set up, and Steve usually, and a few others, and we put it out on the picnic tables there, and then they sort of organize it that day to give away when we do the giveaway, and usually we do that at 2 o'clock,
Yeah.
and it takes sometimes an hour and a half, depending on the obviously how many we get, but. And they do a great job doing the giveaways. So I just make the announcements, call out the numbers,
Yeah.
So, but it's all about. It wouldn't be a success without the sponsors and the people that donate their prizes, because some people have been donating for 5 years now.
Yeah.
Really faithfully. And I got to say thank you, thank you, thank you to all of them. Whether it's one hat, a T-shirt, a few T-shirts, it doesn't matter. We really appreciate it. So, um, but anyway, Paul, now we got to do the contest for tonight, and that's pick the lucky number. You guys are all eligible too. So put it in the chat, 1 to 25, and you can help me keep an eye. Well, you can't because you don't know what the number is, but put it
I
in the
picked
chat
12,
now.
Paul Jr. picked 14.
And I usually mess it up. And 1 to 25, though, Warren, it's not 34. So we'll see whose name will go in the hat for the February giveaway. I'm keeping an eye out. I don't see it.
Brian, great minds think alike.
59. No, it's not 59. So.
Well, I see an awful lot of sevens in there. Popular number.
I did pick that number quite a bit over the years. Oh, somebody's close. Somebody got it. Somebody got it. Oh, man. Wait till he hears who got it. TJ, number 24. So I think TJ was the first 24. So TJ, your name's going in the hat for the $10 Amazon gift card. Congratulations, TJ.
Yeah, looks like TJ's got it. Hike and Fly was close, just a few after. Hike and Fly threw a 24 in there also.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Ollie Grace is in the house. How you doing, Ollie?
How do you check the numbers so easy and so quick? I just can't do it. Really.
I'm
Very
good with
difficult
numbers.
for me. So, hey, yeah, there's Ollie. How you doing? Sky Control Productions, watching all the way in Hawaii. We appreciate that. So, but anyway, I want to say thank you to you, Paul, Ashley, and Paul Jr. and Ben. Tell them I said thank you for being
Ben, you
on
want to come say
tonight.
bye before the show ends?
And you guys were great special guests. That's for sure, And I got to say thank you for coming to the South. Hey, Ben, there he is. Thank you for being on the show tonight, Ben.
You're welcome.
Thank you for coming to the South Florida Drone Meetup. We all look forward to meeting you.
Bye before the show ends.
Thank you for your sponsorship and your donations to the South Florida Drone Meetup. But now's the time for you to say your goodbye. So Ben, you want to start first, being you're not feeling too well? No? You just want to say goodbye? Bye. Have a good night. All right.
Thanks for joining us, buddy.
Yep.
Paul Jr., you want to say anything?
Get out there and fly.
That's good. Yep, no doubt about it. We look forward to seeing you at the South Florida Drone Meetup. And Ashley,
Be kind
what
to
would
everyone.
you like to say?
Be kind to everyone.
Yep. Okay. And I hope you allow me to film you flying at the South Florida Drone Meetup, because I want to film you especially flying at the South Florida Drone Meetup. All right, good. And Paul, now anything you'd like to say and promote?
Well, I want to thank you for having us on the show. I always enjoy being on your show. I try to watch it every week. Thank you, Ollie. I appreciate it, brother. Been working on my health a bit. Weather kind of sucks. It's been cold, snow. Haven't been able to take my daily walks, but I'm going to get to it. I'm still going to eat a couple of nice things while I'm in South Florida. I don't care. But yeah, I want to remind everybody that mental health is something that affects me tremendously, and it's affected me my entire life. And I look at it as, a lot of life's problems, almost all of life problems boil down to mental health, no matter what it is. It all boils down to your mental health. So if you're struggling, reach out and get some help. Don't do it alone. Dial 988. Reach out to your friends and family. Reach out to people in this community. This community is, what brought me out of a massive funk. So, yeah, reach out. Don't do it alone and get some help. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody at the South Florida Drone Meet.
Yeah, well, thank you all for being on. Paul, I give you a lot of credit. You came into the drone community. You started a successful live stream. The United States Drone Society was one of my favorites, and now you got the new live stream that you're doing, the Sundown Sunday. What's the new name? Yeah, but that's a great live stream that you got going, and your Facebook group is amazing. It really is. The United States Drone Society. So
yeah, I'm not as active online as I was previously, but I'm dealing with some life issues, and I'm actually homeschooling Benjamin, so it's a whole new venture, and I'm taking it very seriously. Making sure that my kids succeed is important. Congratulations to Paul Jr. for getting his GED, and
that's right. Congratulations. Paul
he's focused on getting his permit and a job and ready to start his life. So that's my job as his parent, is to let him know I care and I want to see him succeed. And the same thing for my other kids. So family first, but I love this community, and I'm getting back to my roots and making my videos.
All right, good. Thank you all for being on, really. And thank you everybody in the chat for taking the time out to watch the live stream tonight and every week. I truly appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing everybody at the South Florida Drone Meetup. It'll be here before we know it, In the meantime, just get out there, fly for fun, but most importantly, fly safely. And we'll see you again next week, same time, same place. Good night, everybody.
Can't wait to see you, South Florida.